Welcome to BioStudy Made Easy. In this YouTube channel, I'm going to discuss the biology topics in a simpler and easier way. So today, we are going to start the new chapter of 2nd PU Biology, that is, first chapter of 2nd PU Biology, Reproduction in Organisms. So you can download the written notes using the link given below in the description. Let's get into the topic. Lifespan, period of birth to natural death of an organism, is called lifespan. Lifespan of an organism may vary from species to species. Yes, you can see various organisms in the picture: cow, tortoise, elephant, butterfly, crocodile, rose plant, parrot, crow, and more. So, all these organisms are having different lifespan. So, for example, elephant lives up to 60 to 70 years, whereas tortoise lives up to 80 to 120 years. And crow and parrot, so they are having different lifespan. Even though their body size looks similar, but their lifespan is different. It implies that lifespan is not correlated with the body size. Now, reproduction. Reproduction is a biological process by which an organism produces another organism similar to itself. Reproduction is a process wherein the organism is giving birth to the organism which is of same kind. Now, let us see the types of reproduction. There are two kinds of reproduction: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So, in case of asexual reproduction, it's involving single parent, and there may be or may not be the formation of gametes, since there is no fusion of gametes. Wherein sexual reproduction, there is fusion of gametes from opposite sexes. This means there is involvement of two parents. So, asexual reproduction is uniparental, sexual reproduction is biparental. And another difference we are going to see here is asexual reproduction takes place in lower organisms, whereas sexual reproduction is adopted by higher organisms like higher plants and animals. Now, in asexual reproduction, we call the offsprings as clones. Now, what do you mean by clones? So, clones are the offsprings produced by asexual reproduction. They are genetically and morphologically identical to each other and to their parents. So here, clones are produced by asexual reproduction and they are genetically and morphologically identical. That means why they are genetically and morphologically identical. So the reason behind is since they are produced by the single parent, and you can see the modes of asexual reproduction in the next slide. So, since they are produced by the single parent, they are genetically similar. So, they are sharing the same genetic information and they are morphologically also identical. Morphology means the external body appearance. Genetically means their genetic composition. So this may be asked for 1 mark. Let us see in detail types of asexual reproduction. So the types are fission, budding, spore formation, and vegetative propagation. We'll see one by one. Fission. Fission means splitting of parent cell into daughter cells. It has two types again: binary fission, multiple fission. Binary fission, as the name says, bi means two. Here, the parent cell is splitting up into two daughter cells. Example is amoeba. You can see in the picture, so the parent cell having single nucleus undergoing binary fission where the nuclear division is taking place and resulting into two daughter cells, that is two new amoeba. Now multiple fission, it means the parent cell is splitting up into many cells. Example is Plasmodium. The second type of asexual reproduction is budding. It's a process of formation of small buds. Here, small buds are initially attached to the parent body. Upon maturity, they separate from the parent body and grow into new individual. Example is yeast. The third type of asexual reproduction is spore formation. Different kinds of spores are produced by the organisms to carry out the reproduction. They are zoospores, conidia, gemmules. Zoospores are the motile spores. You can see the flagella in the zoospores so that they enable them for the movement. And the second type are conidia. These are non-motile spores. They are produced in chains or singly from the tip of special hyphae called conidiophore. You can see in the picture at the tip of the conidiophores, small round structures are visible. So they are present in chain form. They are called as conidia. The example is penicillium and gemmules. These gemmules are asexual reproductive units or buds found in sponges, and budding in hydra is the same way as we saw the budding in yeast. The bud initially grows attached to the parent body, and as it matures it will grow into an individual by separating from the body of parent. The fourth type of asexual reproduction is vegetative propagation in plants. Here, reproduction takes place by the vegetative parts of the plants. They are tuber, rhizome, bulbils, leaf buds, and offsets. So, example for tuber is potato. In potato, you can see the structures like eyes. From there will be germinating the buds. So these germinating buds will grow into plant. And in rhizome of ginger, here in the nodes region, adventitious roots will be arising and the buds will be arising. And other examples are bulbils of agave, leaf buds of bryophyllum, and offsets of pistia. Well, this was about the asexual reproduction and its modes. In the upcoming videos, we will be discussing the sexual reproduction and events in sexual reproduction. Thanks for watching, and the notes are available in the link given below in the description. So if you have liked the video, please click the like button, share the video, and if you are not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Thank you.